Would it be justified for a teacher to have a generally negative view of a student because they forgot their pen at home once, even though they always participate in class and ask relevant questions? No, because forgetting their pen once has very little negative importance compared to the positive significance of participating in class daily and asking relevant questions. Thus, when criticizing something, it is essential to base it on the positive and negative importance of what we are criticizing. Every artist can make mistakes. What's important is the impact of those mistakes on the piece's most important aims. Do they somehow reinforce the expression of the piece's aims, or do they tarnish them in some way? And if both, which side has more overall effects? This is something we always consider. It would be unfair to judge the quality of a work that attempts to express a concept A by seeking to determine whether or not it has effectively expressed a concept B. Thus, the review you've just watched was orchestrated according to the work's end goals. With reference to Idea 1, we are talking here about end goals of high importance, positive, negative, or both. However, a piece of art may not contain enough elements allowing us to suggest that the artist was aware that their work could realize a purpose C, even though we, as the audience, may have perceived, based on reasonable assumptions, that the work has the capacity to achieve an end goal C upon the audience. So, ultimately, we must distinguish between the intentional and unintentional end goals of the piece. By intentional end goals, we mean any reasonable assumption of the artist's final intentions that have strong positive or negative importance, or both. By unintentional end goals, we mean any reasonable assumptions of strong significance about what the artwork might achieve on the audience, even though the piece in question does not contain sufficient evidence to suggest that the artist was aware that their work could reach such scope. The word significance or importance is used extensively in this method of judgment. Thus, it should be clearly identified. We are talking here about universal importance, to be measured through notions of common sense, such that the average adult, aware of the scope of a concept, could in no way contradict its importance without going against common sense. Henceforth, an end goal is universally important when it has, directly or indirectly, a life or death impact on a portion of the population that the average adult would consider non-negligible. We can even conceptualize this notion as a matter of public law. Any contradictory opinion, that is, any opinion that would refute the importance of a universally important theme, would by definition, life or death impact, be a glorification of antisocial behavior, and therefore such an opinion could not be considered in a society. This concept is also addressed in the novel Forme, and is more appropriately explored there. Furthermore, it is not adequately explained why any purpose that seeks to manifest the importance of a theme is considered universally important. This concept, too, is explored in greater depth in the novel Forme. Finally, in our reviews and in general, in our ways of analyzing the worth of an artwork, we first identify the methods used by the work to achieve these purposes, and second, assess the ability of each of these methods to likely achieve its most important end goals to an adult audience trying to understand the work. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Sophia Wagner and I work at Edition Forme. Edition Forme is a bilingual publishing company based in Paris, and we are dedicated to publish books that can match the depth of classic literature, whether they are novels, poetry, or plays. Thus, we share a preference for works with a strong philosophical dimension, an atypical style, expressing fatalistic thoughts, and evoking rare and complex feelings. Do not hesitate to visit our website on florn.com to learn more about us.